Hi, I'm Matt Greaves, Marketing Manager at SWAT UK. As a current subscriber to the Practice Assurance Manual or General Practice Procedures Manual, you'll know that a manual is currently contained on a CD. Over recent months, we've been building an online version of a manual with all of the content uploaded to a single website. This means that you and all your staff will be able to access the manual from anywhere you have access to the internet. So there's no longer any need to hand around a CD to everyone in the office or upload the manual to your company intranet. You can simply open an internet browser and log in. You'll also be able to download all of the specimen documentation contained in the manual quickly and easily, so they'll be yours to edit, save and print, available 24 hours a day, and we'll take a closer look at that in a few moments. So we're almost ready to launch the manual online, and as soon as it's ready we'll let you know. But in the meantime, we wanted you to be the first to preview this new online version, so let's take a look at what's in store. So we're currently on the home page for the manual. Now on the top left hand side of the page, on every page, you'll see some buttons to some key areas of the manual. So we have a link to the home page, which is where we are currently. We have a button for a contents page, which takes us to a page that lists the entire content of the manual. So although we have all of the chapter headings on the left hand side here, the contents page takes us to a page which expands all of the content, so we can see at a glance from a single page all of the content contained in all of the chapters of the manual. So here we are. So we have Chapter 1, Office Procedures, and links to all of the subsections contained within Chapter 1, and I can simply click on any of these links and that will take me to that particular section of the manual. We'll take a closer look at that page in a minute or two. So as well as giving me a complete contents, it's a good overview of exactly what's contained in the manual. So perhaps I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for. If I'm looking for something money laundering related, I can see all of the guidance contained in the money laundering section. So if we go back to the top of the screen, and again the top left, we have another link for specimen documents, which is, as you probably guessed it, a link to our specimen documents. Now that takes us to the same page, but a little further down we have the specimen documents. And here we have all of the specimen documents contained within A1 Office Procedures. And again, I can simply click on any of these hyperlinks, and that will take me directly to that particular specimen document, from where I can download that from the internet. So we'll take a closer look at some of these specimen documents in a minute or two. If we go back to the top left of the screen, the final button we have is a help button, which just provides some useful video demos like this one, and also some useful guidance just to help you get around the manual. Underneath the buttons we have a list of all the chapters contained within the manual. Now again, this is a complete list of all the contents, but if you double click on one of the chapter headings, so let's double click on Chapter 5, that will open up all of the subsections contained within Chapter 5. And this allows me to navigate the manual from wherever I am in the manual. We can also open up all of the subsections if I just minimize that by clicking the minus button. If we click the plus button adjacent to each chapter heading, a single click will open up all of the subsections. So let's take a look at 5.2, Terms of Engagement. And then you'll be taken to that section of the manual, but it's at this point that you'll need to log in using the same login details that you have for our main website. If you're not sure what your login details are, you can simply click the Retrieve Password button and your password will be emailed to you. So let me just log in as one of my colleagues. Okay. And that, once logged in, that will confirm your account details and that will take you to that section of the manual. Once you've logged in, you won't need to log in again until you close your internet browser and reopen it. So for the duration of this visit, I won't need to log in again. As well as the useful guidance we have contained within the manual, we've included some helpful functions such as a printer-friendly button that allows you to print section 5.2. And all you need to do is click the print button, and that just gives you a printer-friendly version. We've also got links to bookmark sections within a particular section. So 5.2 is a fairly large section, And within 5.2 we have 5.2.1, reporting to third parties, all the way down to 5.2.4. So just to help you get around each chapter, we've included some links to some bookmarks within each section. So if I click 5.2.4, that will take me down to 5.2.4. Where relevant, we've also included some direct links to the specimen document. So where, for example, we refer to an engagement letter, you can simply click the link to be taken directly to that specimen document in the manual. So in this case, we have a link to an assignment acceptance form, A1.14. So if I click A1.14, that will take us directly to that specimen document. And here it is. So when you click through to a specimen document, you'll be presented with a preview of what the specimen document looks like. You can also download it by clicking the download button at the top of the screen. That will open it in a Word document, or some of them may be in an Excel document, and that allows you to make any amendments you wish to make, save it, edit it, print it, email it. It's yours to do as you wish. We'd always advise downloading the document itself as opposed to using the preview version. The preview version is, well, just that. It's a preview of what the form or what that particular specimen document looks like. It's just meant to give you a guide as to what it is. In terms of actually using that, we'd always recommend downloading the master document. Now, because all of the content will now be available from a single website, we'll no longer be issuing updates to the manual on CDs. So instead, one of the great advantages of this new online version is that it will always be up to date. So we'll be making updates to the manual on an ongoing basis, so you can be sure that whenever you need access to a particular template form, such as this one, or some particular guidance, you'll always be accessing the most up-to-date version of a manual, so helping to ensure your firm remains compliant with the ICAW's Practice Assurance Scheme, or ACCA Quality Checked. As and when we make any updates, we'll let you know through the latest updates pane on the homepage. So we just take a quick look at that. On the homepage, we'll have a section for latest updates, and that's where we'll keep you up to date with any changes or updates we make to the manual. We'll also summarise all of the latest updates in the 6 monthly email newsletter that we'll issue, so you're always made aware of what's changed. Finally, if we just have another look at the specimen documentation, we've also got a link and the chapters at the bottom for specimen documents. Now I can again double click the specimen documents, and that will open up the entire list of all of the specimen documents available. If I double click A1, that just gives us a complete list of all of the sections within A1 as we saw on a previous page. And again, I can simply click on any of these subsections to access that particular specimen document. So if I was looking for standard terms of business, I could simply click that, and that would take us to a standard terms of business. So that brings us to the end of this short preview video. The website will be ready for you to start using very, very soon, and we'll let you know as soon as it's ready. As a current subscriber, you will have access to this online version for as long as your subscription is valid. So as already mentioned, we'll no longer be issuing updates on CDs, so when the time comes to renew your subscription, you simply just need to renew for another 12 months if you'd like to continue to have access to this online version of a manual. I hope you found this a useful preview, but should you have any queries at all regarding this online version or your subscription, please do feel free to call our friendly team and we'll be happy to help.